It's time, folks, for the Dopamine Revolution Podcast. I'm your host, Sean David Cohen, and this is the ultimate symbiosis of mind and body, where we protect your dopamine at all costs. Thanks for tuning in to the Holistic Living Network. Today's episode, Top 10 Holiday Sugar Hacks. Yeah, sugar hacks. Biohack your dopamine. Yeah, you guys ready? All right. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, the Holistic Living Network, always a public service announcement. It's always free. Yeah, this is like my 200th podcast or something like that, just since last May. Cranking them out. Yeah, all the vital health information, dopamine information. Yeah, it's a dopamine revolution, a revolution of cognition, because you better think your way through this. They're coming at us from all angles, folks. Yeah, and one of the biggest angles of toxicity is bad sugar, the evil sugar, corn sugar. Yeah, they spray pesticides all over the corn and turn it into sugar. And the sugar beets too. They just douse them with pesticides. They're killing off everything. The Bt worms that eat the corn. The Bt worms that eat the corn roots. So the scientists go into laboratories. These guys are paid big bucks to design they gene edit the corn seeds, okay? The corn kernels. They gene edit them with toxic pesticides from plants and animals that dissolve the worm's insides. So the worm eats the roots of the corn, where we get all our sugar, all the conventional sugar in the United States, and it dissolves the insides of the worm. It kills it, and it keeps it from reproducing. So what do you think it does to the humans that eat it? What do you think it does? We're all animals. None of us can eat pesticides and survive. None of us. You cannot eat those chemicals. And trust me, GMO crops are doused with chemicals because they're also built to resist glyphosate. So all the sugar crops, the beets and the corn, they're all manufactured. They're fake. This Frankenfood, folks. This is for Frankenstein. You want to walk around like Frankenstein, dying of cancer and diabetes and dementia. Just keep eating the GMO sugar. Yeah, because it's wrecking your gut. First of all, it goes in, it wrecks your gut, and it's in all of the sweets. All of the non-organic sweets are loaded with this kind of sugar, folks. So you better figure out how to hack this bad diet plan that people are on, and then the rest of them are eating aspartame to try and avoid that, which is even worse for your central nervous system and your brain. All the cakes and the pies and the cookies, all of these snacks, all of this stuff, the candy canes, yeah, this Christmas crap sugar. Just make your own desserts, folks. I'm going to teach you how today. I'm going to tell you what to use today, right now, in the next 10 minutes. Hang tight. Stop eating bad sugar. Causes chronic inflammation, wrecks your gut, wrecks your good gut bacteria that makes all of your dopamine is manufactured in the gut, folks. 99% of it. And then it's processed in the kidneys and the liver, which if those are fighting off the pesticide toxins, they can't process your dopamine. And then it travels to your brain on the vagus nerve and is stored in the brain in little sacs. And those can leak because of all the chemicals in the sugar. And then you have leaky brain syndrome. And you have low dopamine, which means you can't think straight. You have no energy. your immune system crashes and you catch all the colds and viruses and flus and everything that's out there affects you and infects you. Affect and infect. It's the affect and infect toxic sugar plan the big food has you on. And then you're running the doc in the box because you got some crazy virus you don't know what it is, you can't seem to get rid of. Yes, and then the low dopamine levels cause you anxiety and depression. Yes, that's the long-term effect of the bad sugar is anxiety and depression. And then you have trouble sleeping and you're screwed. Every day is just dampened and moody and cranky and depressive. Yes, so here we go, the top 10 holiday sugar hacks right here. Yes, we're starting off with using whole fruits as sweeteners. Yes, the sugar in fruit is good for you. Big food wants to steer you away from that. They want you eating the crap sugar. So big food, if you look up like a WebMD or even Google or any of these Wikipedia, you look up anything about sugar, they're going to tell you that the sugar in fruit is bad, and it's not, because it's tied into the fiber. You understand? It's tied into the fiber. So that helps your body digest it, and it's not toxified if it's organic fruit. It's good for you. The fruits are good for you. So use whole fruits as sweeteners. It's a slow release of the natural sugars, okay? You're not bombarded with sugar where you get hyper for an hour and then you crash, and then you're craving more. That screws up your dopamine levels also. Then you suffer dopamine downregulation because your body says, hey, all we want is more of that high fructose corn syrup, and you don't get it, and you suffer. So here's some tricks. You can mash banana in your oatmeal. You can use dates or figs. I love my dates and figs. Look at this, Medjool dates right here. These are organic, non-GMO, organic, pitted. I don't have to worry about the pits. These are the best dates, and they're nice and big and chunky. Love these things. You can chop them up and put them on your cereal, put them on your oatmeal. You can put them in smoothies. You can blend them up. It's like sugar. Put them in cookies, pies, cakes, whatever you're making. If you want to make some chocolate cake, use organic cacao powder, okay? Use dates. And then if you need to, use maybe some organic local honey. Local honey is really good for you. And then you can make your smoothies, and then you can also use applesauce for baking. Applesauce is amazing for baking, so work that in the recipes. Just look up desserts with applesauce as sweetener. Look that up, and you'll find a bunch of cool stuff. Number 2. Choose fruit-forward desserts instead of sugary treats. So we're talking about frozen fruits are fun. Okay, I buy the frozen dark cherries. Those, you can eat those plain. I buy those frozen, and I'll just put some in a bowl, let them thaw for about 5 or 10 minutes, and eat those when I'm watching a movie or something. Perfect snack. It's like a munchy snack. Delicious. Frozen grapes, frozen blueberries, frozen strawberries. You could use coconut cream if you like something to be cream and smoothie and sweet. Coconut cream, apples and cinnamon, great snack. Frozen banana nice cream, they call it, nice cream. Bananas work great for creating that smooth flow that people like with the ice cream, like with the sorbet feel. Number 3, holiday sugar hack number 3. Add sweet tasting spices to satisfy cravings. So we're talking about adding cinnamon, adding vanilla, like vanilla extract, nutmeg, ginger, and cinnamon. Yes, I mean cardamom. Use cardamom. Number 4, use low glycemic natural sweeteners. So there's some natural sweeteners out there. I don't really like them much. I don't like that. It still has an aftertaste. It gives me that feeling like I'm eating artificial sweeteners. I don't know how you feel about this, but Some of them are good for you. Some of them aren't. But stevia comes from a leaf in Brazil. They just grind it up, stevia, and it's actually good for you. It's anti-cancer. But the Reb A, they call it Reb A, that's a new stevia where they kind of cut off the aftertaste a little bit. They kind of figured out how to cut off the aftertaste a little bit, and it's still natural. And I've used it to produce drinks and gum. I invent natural remedies. I've made dopamine gum. If you're interested in that, it boosts your dopamine naturally. It has all natural ingredients. Go to dopaminegum.com or my website, which is thedopaminerevolution.com. And you can find my book there. You can find my health course there. You can find the gum. You can find my podcasts there, because I shoot this podcast out to Apple, Spotify, sometimes YouTube, and also Brighteon. So you could find this podcast there if you're looking up other ones that I've done and you want to find out some more cool ones to curb your health holistically. Number five. Oh, the other natural sweeteners, monk fruit. You find that in like creamers and some other drinks, but not a big fan of the flavor on that. But you kind of want to steer clear of like xylitol because it's a sugar alcohol, and those can easily be overdone, and it will dehydrate you. It'll give you a horrible headache. Not that good for you, so avoid the xylitol. Number 5. Pair your fruit with healthy fats to reduce cravings. So you'll see almond butter, with strawberries. You'll see coconut yogurt with peaches or walnuts and dates. So you see these mixed. So you get the healthy fats and the fruit at the same time. Number 6, sugar hack number 6. Use chocolate strategically. So 100% cacao. There's cacao nibs out there, the little chunky pieces that are great for snacking. Look for 85 to 100% dark chocolate, organic, of course. You can mix cacao with monk fruit and yogurt to create like a sugar-free pudding. And number 7, holiday sugar hack. Number 7, drink flavored water instead of sweet drinks. So you can infuse your water with citrus or berries, or one of my favorites is mint and cucumber. Mint and cucumber water is so tasty. Number 8, sweeten breakfasts naturally with berries. You could create a chia seed jam. That's really good for you because the chia seeds are a chelator. So in other words, they grab the toxins, like heavy metal toxins in your body. They'll grab the toxins and cling to them and then kind of excavate your body from toxins. Chia seeds are phenomenal for your body. Coconut flakes, that's good. And cacao and banana slices. Number 9 on the sugar hack, top 10 sugar hacks for the holiday season. Keep no sugar added treats ready. So you always want to read the ingredients on everything and look for added sugars. Added sugars, 0. Okay? Look for if they're using added sugars and you really, really, really want the food or the snack, look for low grams, like 3 or 4 grams of added sugar. That's not that bad. Now remember, it's per serving. It's not per container. It's per serving. So you just don't want to go high, because you'll see like some yogurt, it'll say 26 grams of added sugar, and that's in one little cup. So you're probably going to eat the whole little cup, and you're just overloaded with sugar. So they try to wreck yogurt because they know people are going to that for the probiotics and the fruit. And so Big Food tries to wreck all the yogurts. So rule of thumb, if anything is advertised on television, never, ever eat it. All the big brands, Dannon, all the big brands of yogurt, Anything advertised on television is polluted and toxic, almost guaranteed. So, no sugar added treats. That might include homemade trail mix. Make it yourself. Watch out for canola oil when you're buying nuts and seeds. These stores love to use canola oil because it preserves it longer, but it wrecks your health. Canola oil is made from rapeseed. That's a toxin. That's an insecticide. Canola oil is an insecticide. It's not a plant. There's no such thing as canola plants in the world. They don't exist. It comes from rapeseed, and it's toxic. Causes rapid weight gain, memory loss, dementia, cancer. Don't eat canola oil if you're buying nuts and seeds. Watch out for all the seed oils, sunflower and safflower. They load those up on the nuts and seeds. Just look for, if it's got to have an oil on it, look for avocado oil, maybe olive oil, because that's okay if it's raw, but if they're cooking olive oil, that's no good at high heat. What I do is I buy the spray avocado oil, the organic spray, and then you buy the raw seeds or the cooked seeds that don't have any oils, and you bring it home and you just spread them out on a tray, like a pizza tray, a 10 tray, and you spread out with some wax paper, you spread out the nuts and seeds, and you spray them with a little bit of avocado oil, and then sprinkle them with either like cinnamon or organic sugar if you wanted to use that, or maybe dribble a little honey on them, or put cinnamon, like cinnamon and honey. Oh, that's so good on like the pecans and the walnuts. Yummy. And then bake them real fast. Just, you don't have to bake them for a long time. Don't kill all the nutrition. That's so delicious. And then you've got sugar-free protein bars, but you don't want to get into the aspartame. Again, you want to avoid any aspartame because they'll put those in those bars. But usually the good bars, the organic ones, have dates and almond butter or apple chips. But again, you're going to try and avoid canola oil with protein bars. They love to use the canola oil because it'll keep that bar chewy for probably a couple years. And then we're going to go to number 10, holiday sugar hacks. Retrain your palate. Okay, you got to retrain your palate because everybody's been eating these excitotoxins that jack up your taste buds, and then you're addicted to them from the chips and the Doritos and the aspartame and the high fructose corn syrup. So your taste buds are messed up. So what you do is you fast. You do some intermittent fasting, or you fast for a day or two, and then you can taste everything beautiful again, all the organic foods. So you retrain your palate and your microbiome. You retrain your gut using fermented foods, high fiber greens, magnesium-rich foods, and high-protein meals. Now here's some bonus hacks. I've got a few bonus hacks for you. Vitamin B12 methylcobalamin helps boost your energy. I take the tincture, and so you exercise instead of snacking. So you're feeling the urge to snack. And if you just go hit the vitamin B12, all of a sudden you've got energy, and you just do some exercise or some yoga, or you go for a brisk walk, and you kind of forget about the snacking. And then you come back and you maybe make a protein shake, and like a nice healthy protein shake with some superfoods, and then you're good to go. Also, Mucuna purines, that's the most potent adaptogen superfood herbal extract on planet Earth. And I put it in the gum. I put it in the dopamine gum. And you can buy that. You can buy it as, I'm not trying to just sell you products. You could buy Mucuna purines on Amazon as a capsules, and take those. They totally kill appetite for sugar. Proven. I've tried my gum with friends and neighbors and family, and it totally kills sugar cravings. It's awesome. And then you don't suffer that down regulation of your dopamine. There's no crash because it's natural. And stevia I was talking about is okay, but Truvia is not. what they did, Big Food, there were so many people buying stevia instead of high fructose corn syrup and the bad sugars. People started going to stevia about 10, 15 years ago. So Big Food bought out stevia, some of the brands, and they brought it into the laboratory and bastardized it and called it Truvia. And that is very bad. It's genetically modified in the lab. Don't eat Truvia. And the sugar alcohols, like I talked about, xylitol, you want to avoid those. Now remember, the reason you want to go to organic sugar, if you're going to eat sugar, if you're going to bake and you just want your holiday treats, I don't blame you. I get it. Just buy organic sugar and bake with that. It's much better for you. You're avoiding all the pesticides. You're still getting the sweets, but if you don't overdo it, I make brownies. My relatives, everybody likes my brownies. I make brownies with black beans. You take a can of black beans, organic black beans with the juice, and you just blend that up, and you mix that with organic brownie mix. You don't even need eggs, no oil. You just mix the beans with the organic cacao, and then I'll put organic chocolate chip chunks on top, and you bake it. That's it. That's all you have to do. Absolutely delicious and really good for you. And you got the fiber in there, and you got the healthy sugar, and you could put dates in there. You could blend up dates in there if you wanted it sweeter. And then you've got what you want to do. The main reasons you want to avoid the bad sugar is you get the spikes in the dopamine that cause crashes. You get the spikes in the dopamine, which also cause you to binge eat later, craving more of it. That's the addiction. Sugar's very addictive. It's like the 5th most addictive drug on the planet. Sugar's a drug. It causes long-term depression, and it causes low self-opinion, because when you crash from the toxins, you become depressed and stressed, and then you can't think straight, and you're not positive. Remember, we got to function on a high frequency, folks, right through the holidays. The new year is coming up in about 2 weeks. It's almost upon us. You want to be in a high frequency mode, the highest possible, to enjoy the new year, make some resolutions, kick it into full gear. Start now. Don't wait. You don't want to gain weight now and then have to try and lose it. You don't want to be, acidic and negative. Turning in at the new year. Turn it over, folks. Let's go. Holiday sugar hacks right here on the Holistic Living Network. You know I love you, everybody. Have a great holiday. The Dopamine Revolution, it's underway right here. I'm leading the charge, kids. Keep it real. Always read the ingredients on everything. They're trying to sneak in canola oil and added sugars. Don't let them.
What am I doing behind these iron bars? Never rob nor kill.
Yeah. Appreciate your life and your health, folks. The mind and body, the soul. Soul fire. Keep it blazing. That's a wrap, folks. Thanks for tuning in.